All right, I would like to call the Interboro Board of School Directors public meeting for December 13th, 2023 to order. Ms. Caldwell, we have a roll call.
Thank you, Mr. Chabon. Mr. Phelps.
Here.
Ms. Wilkin.
Here.
Mr. Willis.
Here.
Mr. Harris.
Here.
Ms. Joseph.
Here.
Ms. Fagan.
Here.
Mr. Goldsboro.
Here.
Mr. Evans.
Here.
Mr. Chabon.
Here. Mr. Evans. Mr. Evans. Mr. Goldsboro, can we please have the invocation and pledge, please?
Heavenly Father, please hear our prayer. Bless all the schools, colleges, and especially the Interboro School District, and grant to this board in their deliberations this evening the spirit of wisdom, truth, and knowledge. What is undertaken always be done in charity and in peace, and what we do might be for the benefit of others. All this we ask in your name. Amen. Before we do the pledge, if you would just, for a moment of silence for Maureen Schaefer, who is a van driver for us for 3.5 years. She passed away last week, and she also works in the kitchens at both Norway and Glenville. So just a moment of silence for Maureen, please. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Next up, we have recognition tonight. I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Riley for recognition.
Thank you. At our reorganization, Mr. Phelps made us aware that he was leaving the board. And I didn't want to speak at that time because this is emotional for me. I've been in this position for a long time. And Mr. Phelps has been by my side through all these years. And I wasn't going to go off the cuff. I'm going to read my statement if I get through it to make sure that I say everything that it is that I need to say. Mr. Phelps, as I reflect on these last 14 years, I am filled with both gratitude and a sense of bittersweet emotion as we bid farewell to you. Coming to the end of a remarkable chapter in the history of the Interboro School District, it is with heartfelt gratitude and admiration for your outstanding years of dedicated service as a valued member of the school board. Your unwavering commitment to the betterment of the Interboro School community has been truly exemplary. Your service as a board member has been marked by a rare blend of vision, compassion, and a genuine dedication to the well-being of our students, families, and our staff. For you, it has always been about the students. Your willingness to collaborate has been instrumental in the success of our shared goals and initiatives. Your ability to navigate challenges with grace and to champion the values of a quality education has left an undeniable mark on the Interboro School District. Throughout your tenure, your support has provided the administrative team to lead to the best of our ability and foster a culture that values education and truly cares about the students and staff. Your support and trust in me, both personally and professionally, is something that I have valued and cherished throughout these 11 years as superintendent. As you embark on this next phase of your life, please accept our deepest thanks for your invaluable contributions. Your legacy will endure in the accomplishments of our students, the positive changes to our schools, and the admiration of those who have had the privilege of working alongside you. Thank you. This is for you. Thank you. Apologize.
Please don't slow down.
Mine's bigger than Jack. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words. But I will say, the administration, Ms. Riley, the board,
You have made it very easy. You know, I know it's a lot of work being on board, but the staff, the administrators, I think everybody's heart is in it. I really do. But you know, we have a very unique district, and you just do make it easy. You just make it easy to take control of everything, look at everything with a even keel, and leave all animosity outside at the door. So when we work as a board, we work for the good of the students. Like Ms. Riley said, that's the most important thing. Dr. Ekman's late as usual. Thank you for coming. You know, it's been a pleasure. It's been a real pleasure. And all the board members. Mr. Evans, I can't tell you how much him and his wife put into this district. Not just the board, the district. Like, there's so much stuff that is being done behind the scenes, like all the board members are doing, that people don't realize. So they do it because they love it. They love the kids.
Thank you. You didn't need to call us out on that. We do it because we wanted to, and like you said, everybody around here is doing a lot to make the district better. And I thank you for the opportunity to serve as I have. You know, before I was on the board, I was a liability for the board. And but once I came on, I was welcomed with open arms in a community, in a communal way, and a collegial fashion. We were able to work together from the very get-go, without any, worries about the past or whatever. You know, my function was different then, and then when I came on the board, I was, like I said, welcomed with open arms. And under your leadership, I think the board's gone a long way. So thank you very much.
Comment, Mr. Evans.
I want to say that just when I came on this board 10 years ago, it was a different kind of board. It was a lot of discussion, we'll say, to put it politely. But under your leadership, we steered this board into a really good place, and you're leaving it in a better place than when you found it. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
And whose Christmas coat is better?
Don't hurt his feelings.
I'll still carry the mantle.
Well, thank you all. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words.
Thank you, Mr. Phelps. As I said at the reorganization meeting, you Barry knows I'm a crier. I can't say anything. We gotta keep going. Yeah, we gotta keep going. All right, Mr. Goldsberg, next up, public comment.
We have one person, Amanda Hoffman.
So my name is Amanda Hoffman. For those who don't know, I am a behavior manager in the Interboro School District and serve as the IA's vice president. So tough to follow a little bit, but Mr. Phelps, on behalf of the Interboro Education Association, we wanted to extend our heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering commitment and dedication to the betterment of education during your tenure as school board president. Your tireless efforts have greatly benefited our teachers and students alike, leaving an indelible mark on the Interboro School District. So as you transition from this esteemed position, please know that your leadership has inspired and uplifted countless individuals, as you've just heard. But on behalf of the IEA, we do thank you for your time, your passion, and your enduring contributions to not only our members, but the entire Interboro community.
Thank you so much.
That's it for public comment.
All right, so we move on to number 4, Mr. Goldsberg.
Yes, motion 4.1, motion that the minutes of the regular meeting of the Interboro School District Interboro School Directors held on November 15, 2023 be approved.
Second?
Motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 9-0. Next motion.
Motion 4.2, motion that the minutes of the reorganization meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors held on December 4th, 2023 be approved.
Second?
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next up, we have Mr. Rubio.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, board members. Good evening, members of the public.
Okay,
Uh,
here's a plus trivia. Plus trivia. I will ask you 5 questions.
No, I may know the answer. Throw it out there. If I may utilize the time for the solicitor's report just to say a few words about Mr. Phelps. Myself and my office has had the privilege of being solicitor here at a number of educational institutions in southeastern Pennsylvania over the past 25 years. And the one thing that is noted occasionally, but should be noted by most, and will be noted by somebody who was compensated to be in this room. Don't misunderstand me, I enjoy what I do and I'm privileged to do it. But the board members that sit at this table here this evening are volunteers, and they were here or involved on Monday night as well. And that's not to talk about the committees, and that's just to handle the day-to-day action. The bumps that nobody sees over your period of time, and the word leadership was mentioned a couple of times. Let me tell you what board president gets to be. They get to have the same vote, they get the same zero salary, they get the opportunity to upset people, 9 people who all want to be on X committee, and they get no more, they get to be the direct point of any ire and anger and the first call with problems. And that's what you get. Those are your bonuses as being board president. So you have nothing like in politics or in Washington with committee spots to cajole, dollars to fiddle and finagle with. You don't have any of that. You have leadership. You have the skill and the understanding and the ability to lead as you want to be led, which in turn is the best example you could provide. We have certainly had some things that you will chuckle about, if that is an ice bowl or whatever is going to be placed in that container that you had. We can chuckle about them now. We certainly couldn't at the time. But every one of them, you considered the options, the legalities, anything that was put before you, and you brought your common sense to it, and then you found a consensus to move forward. And it was invariably in the appropriate direction. I thank you. I appreciate it, and I've enjoyed the time spent working with you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. That will conclude my solicitor's report.
Thank you, Mr. Rubio. Next up, number 6, Mr. Goldsboro.
Yes, motion 6.1, that the treasurer's report of the month ending November 30th, 2023 be approved.
Second?
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion.
Motion 6.2, that the fund disbursements in the amount of $6,782,037.74 be approved.
Second?
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Mr. Goldsboro, do we have any correspondence?
We do not have any correspondence at this time.
Okay, committee reports, I'll share for the audit committee. We met on Monday, December 11th at 5:30 via Zoom. The committee discussed the draft audited financial statements for the 22-23 general fund budget. This is on the agenda tonight for a vote. Overall, the auditors had no findings and reported a clean audit. They commended our internal controls, specifically relating to the controls to track the federal money from ESSERS that is on the agenda a lot. They also commended Mr. High School for his handling of the finance department. We also wanted to publicly commend Dr. Ekman as well for her work tracking a lot of that money that goes through the curriculum office. In total, the expenditures for the 22-23 budget were $532,000 above what was budgeted, mainly due to emergency boiler replacements and purchases for transportation vehicles. Our revenues also came in over budget by $3.8 million. Most of this is because the state passed the budget after we passed our budget, and that added an additional $1.8 million. We also saw an increase in our airport parking lot tax line item in that tax year, and we also saw favorable returns on investment earnings. This number allowed us to put approximately $3.4 million in our fund balance, which, as we've been commending Mr. Phelps' leadership over the last 6 years, that has been a goal of this board to increase that fund balance, which was depleted very substantially at a certain point. So I wanted to commend, again, Mr. Phelps' leadership on that, as well as this board, who has worked tirelessly to increase that fund balance. In general, again, I wanted to also thank the board members, but also Mr. High School, Dr. Ekman, and Mrs. Riley for all of their work on the budget that year and then all other years, because that work really does help the district and our taxpayers. So that is it for the audit. All right, next up, Mr. Goldsboro.
Okay, so we have listed the committees that will be, that we will have. They are the Finance Committee, the GBO Committee, and the Capital Improvement Committee. The individuals that will be on those committees will be listed on the website. Also, in addition to that, the ad hoc committees will be the Curriculum Committee, the Superintendent Goals Committee, the Audit Committee, and the Negotiation Committee. And again, those will be listed on the website, the individuals that will be on the board that will be part of those committees. And then we have the board liaisons. We have the Delaware County Intermediate Unit with Mr. Harris, the Delaware County Community College Board Liaison, myself, and the Legislative Liaison will be Mr. Willis. Also listed are the dates and times for the Finance and GBO and Capital Improvement meetings. Those dates will also be listed on the website tomorrow. In the event that the meeting format or location is changed, it will be posted in accordance with the law. And please visit www.interboro.sd.org for more information.
All right, thank you, Mr. Goldsboro. Okay, motion number 9.
Okay. In the Office of Personnel, motion that the following personnel actions be approved. 9.1 on page 3 to 9.8 on page 5.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next up, Mr. Goldsboro.
From the Office of Curriculum and Instruction, motion that the following items be approved. 10.1 on page 5 to 10.13 on page 7.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion.
From the Office of Special Education and Pupil Services, motion that the following items be approved. 11.1 on page 7 to 11.5 on page 7.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0.
From the Office of Technology, we have one motion, and that motion I move that the following items be approved. 12.1.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0.
I'm going to read the motions from the Office of Finance, and motion 13.1, that the Board of School Directors approve the index resolution not to exceed 7.2% increase for the fiscal year of 2024 and 2025, consistent with the special session Act 1 of 2006.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Just a quick comment regarding this. This is a procedural motion that we have to take. This is not saying we are raising taxes 7.2%. I just want to make that very clear. Any other questions or comments? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0.
Also from the Office of Finance, motion 13.2, that the Board of School Directors approve the audited financial statements prepared by Barbicane, Thornton and Company LLP for the school year ending June 30th, 2023.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members?
This is the audit that was gone over on the last audit meeting on Monday.
Yes. Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion.
Motion number 14, motion that the Board of School Directors approve the amendment to the independent contractor agreement for Burchard Blackburn Transportation Consultant for an additional amount of $500, total cost not to exceed $2,000 for the 2023-2024 school year to be paid from district funds. BA 7/19/23 for $1,500.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members?
I have a quick question. What does BA 7/19/2023 is?
The original contract was board approved then.
Got you. Okay, thank you.
All right, motion has been moved and seconded. Any other questions or comments?
I would just like to, I don't think people realize what a deal this is. Mr. Riley talked this person into this, and thank you so much, because you don't realize the savings on this.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next up.
Motion number 15, motion that the Board of School Directors approve the change of the mailing location address for the administrative offices of the Interboro School District to reflect 200 South McDade Boulevard, Glen Olden, Pennsylvania, 19036, be effective January 1st, 2024.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded. Any questions or comments from board members? Gonna have a new home in January. It's exciting.
That's where,
Closer to,
President, you all.
closer for our Glen Olden people to arrive.
Jimmy.
Yeah, do you want to, Ms. Riley, quick comment?
So, just for us to begin the process of notifying all of our vendors and also Pennsylvania Department of Education, the board has to officially approve the address and the new location. So this is to get that rolling, and that's why you're approving it this evening. More communication will be going out to the community once we know exactly our movement date.
Okay. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. Next motion, Mr. Goldberg.
do you want to read it?
Yep, you can read it.
Motion 16, that the Board of School Directors accept the resignation of William L. Phelps, Prospect Park Board Member, Region 7, Precinct 1, 3, and 4, effective December 31st, 2023.
Second.
Motion has been moved and
You can't hold it
seconded.
off, Jack.
I was going to vote no.
Any questions or comments from board members?
Mr. Phelps, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for accepting me and allowing me to be a part of this group of individuals who work together for the betterment of the district. And there were some things that we went through, including a pandemic, and holding the community together is part of what you were able to accomplish. And I thank you very much for all of your service to the district.
Thank you so much, Mr. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Well, I'm holding off until I'm not saying it. Let's vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That was the loudest I've heard. That's the loudest I've heard. I think I heard Sue over there. Opposed? Motion carries 9-0. All right, is there any old business before the board? Any new business? All right, Mrs. Riley, do you have anything else?
No, other than to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, winter break. That's coming up. I know everybody's looking forward to it. And we'll see everybody back for our January 2024 meeting in a few weeks. Thank you.
Any other board members have any comments? Again, I also just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Board members, staff, community. And hopefully everyone had some time to relax. It's been, I can't believe it's already 2024. It's going by fast. So wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and keep going through the school year. All right. Please visit the Interboro School District website at www.interborosd.org for further information on the meetings listed below. On Monday, January 8th, 2024, a Finance Committee meeting with the GPO meeting immediately following will be held virtually at 7 p.m. The work session of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held virtually on Monday, January 15th, 2024 at 7 p.m. The next regularly monthly public meeting of the Interboro Board of School Directors will be held at the Administration Building on Wednesday, January 17th, 2024 at 7 p.m. On Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024, a Capital Improvement Committee meeting will be held virtually at 6:30 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.